Hello, everybody. Welcome to Easy Update. This is the Fantasy Critic League. What is this thing called?
I don't know.
Easy Ally's smartest person contest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is a misnomer twice over now because Jones and Kyle are not Easy Allies, but.
Oh, that part.
That part's the misnomer. So you agree you are the smartest person.
Dang it, for a second.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
They're alum.
It's not the smartest ally contest. I mean, this is we're normal people.
It's a contest being held by Easy Allies.
You got to rename this thing.
Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. Regardless. So we've been sent some graphs which none of us understand.
We don't have to refer to those.
They're already on screen, but like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Someone sent us these graphs. Contest.
Which color am I?
2023 average. So you're this bluey, or no? You're this purple. You're the bottom.
Oh, I don't like average. This is you're showing like your average pickup. Like obviously that'll be skewed, you know.
Yeah. And then there.
Wait, average pickup
game can't be
by
Zelda.
what metric?
Like
score?
Score.
Yeah,
I
the
guess.
score.
Points. It looked like
how many points you're getting. How many points
Okay.
you're getting for your average pickup. Wait, so who's purple? Who's got that low average?
That's
me.
Jonesy.
That's Jones. Got
That's
it.
the
Okay.
Mario bump right at the end there.
All right. Well,
Sneaking up on Don.
we can get into that. Also, there's been a bit of someone DM'd literally all of us like 8 times that I've made a quote unquote illegal counter pick.
No quotes necessary. It was illegal.
I contest that, but like the
No, it was against the rules, therefore illegal.
okay, well, it's the website's fuck up is my point.
Yeah, that is true.
The Last of Us multiplayer is stuck in Gabby's unannounced and still says it's not coming out, which is definitely not coming out.
So let's move it now. You can move it, right?
I'll do this after. I just wanted to make sure everyone's okay with it before I go mucking around in the settings. That we need to somehow axe or move Last of Us multiplayer game, and then move Untitled Playdead game into her unannounced game slot, and then I'm going to uncounter pick Untitled Playdead game. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can't counterpick somebody's dream game. That was unannounced. The idea was like, this is a dream game.
Right. But when I counterpicked that, I didn't know that was supposed to be her dream game. That was
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And then
know
we got to
that.
fill in
So
Don's dream game as well.
Don has a lot. We'll get into it.
Okay.
So yeah, this is our mid-year check-in on our fantasy league. So far, Gabby is currently in first, but projected to be in third. Bossman is currently in second and projected to be in first, which is tearing
It's
me
that
up
low
inside.
average. It's Gabby's low average that's hurting her here.
What do you mean?
The reason you're projected to be third by the end of the year is you just can't pick up any winners.
Because all your games are 7s and low 8s.
I thought someone in third place said something. Sorry. Keep going, Ella.
And then Smiley-O currently, Brandon currently in fourth, projected fourth, and Don currently
Wait,
in fifth,
did you miss the pun?
Ouch.
You just said Smiley-O. Did you miss why he named it Smilo?
Oh, Smilo. I've been putting an extra I in there this whole time.
Oh. Could be Smiley.
Like,
Smiley. I'm
for
not
your
offended.
kid, though, right? I don't know.
For that damn kid.
I don't know if there's another pun besides your kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just go through the teams, I guess, right?
Let's get into it.
Does Don have 15 actual? Yeah, we'll go into it.
Huh? What do
Don
I
has
have?
15 points halfway through the year.
Yeah, we're gonna...
Okay, we'll get there.
Incoming shit fight, like, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so
Or not.
Jonesy, Smilo Games.
Yeah.
You've got Spider-Man 2, which is going to be huge.
Holding on to heavy
anticipate.
hitters is basically how I'm just at least mildly satisfied with my performance. Excited about Starfield, actually. I was nervous when I made that pick. I think there was some oohs and ahs, like some I don't know, but
Look how strong
that was-
16 ended up too, dude.
That was a good
Yeah.
shot.
That went into third. It was a 19-pointer, dude. Octopath's such a good pickup too. Yeah, this is a strong team.
This
So there
is
was
an
a lot of,
incredibly
like-
strong team.
There was a lot of like, oh, I love these games at the beginning, and it's nice to see them doing well.
Yeah.
But I got 4 empty spaces, which is just, the more I thought about it, like at occasional points throughout the year, I would look at the whole list, and I'm just like, I don't know.
So
I don't know if I really want to bet on a lot of these.
should we talk about this now, Jones?
We're talking about my team.
How do you
What
think
else
you're going
would
to
we
fill
talk
up
about?
those 4 empty spaces?
There's
How
no
do you
way.
do that?
How
do you do it?
You don't do it with 0.00 for sure.
Right, you're out of money. Now
Right.
here's the thing, Jones.
Oh, Jones is out of money?
Here we go.
He has $0 left.
Oh, shit.
Now here's the thing.
Here we
A
fucking
new
go.
feature,
It's my first year. I'm
relatively
messing
new
around. It's
feature
fun.
is trades. We can do trades, Jones.
No.
Why don't you
No.
look at any offers you may have received? And
Here
the
we
nice thing
fucking
about
go.
Why don't you look at the offers that you may have sent or received?
did you send me a counter offer?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Dang it.
Can I look at the trades?
yeah, you can.
Yeah. So here's the thing: you can propose a trade, right?
Oh, there are
And
no
then,
active
like,
trades.
I guess Jones
it
denied my
expired.
trade.
Yeah, it expired.
Denied.
Oh.
Ouch.
Okay,
Damn.
well, tell.
So I can offer
tell
you
them,
cash,
Tell
Jones.
them.
What the trade was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing: Jones is
we're
out of
talking
money,
outside
but
of
I
this
can offer
contest.
cash.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Real life
Yeah,
cash. or
Outside of the
in-game
contest,
cash?
Jones.
Kyle
Kyle will be
offered
sending
me-
some-
For Spider-Man 2, offered me Hollow Knight Silksong, which was very generous.
And
But not coming out.
No slight to Hollow Knight Silksong at all, or its potential. And $20, I think.
$20. Yeah.
Yeah, Hollow Knight's $20 for Spider-Man 2.
That is a horrible deal.
that
He
is
needs,
I'm not-
Jones needs money. He needs
that is
somebody's
so
got to make money.
one-sided.
But I gotta
Like,
be honest.
Silk
at
Song's
this
not
point,
coming out.
Right. At this point, I'm just when we initially picked these, the second I got Spider-Man 2, I was like, all right, this is fun, everybody. Like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, I was like
Yeah.
that is without a doubt has not even been touched or scraped. Like when this year started before, I was like, that is my
All right,
number
all
one
right.
game of the year. I am, so excited for that. Not only for how it's going to perform, but for actually playing it. So to get it on the list, it's like, that was,
Jones, same deal for Starfield then.
What the?
What?
Stop.
Silk Song, potentially
Kyle,
one of the
stop it. He's
potentially
not
one
going to
of the
make these
biggest-
trades.
Silk
I'd
Song,
bite on that,
20
Jones.
smackers.
Silk Song is
Jones.
not coming out, Jones. Silk Song is not coming
Jones.
out.
Jones,
Yeah,
how
for
about
Star-
this?
for
How about this,
Starfield.
Jones? How about this, Jones? Counter offer? I will give you 35 gold.
Oh.
To never make a trade with Kyle.
You know how you can like
If
buy
you
gold in
promise
Warcraft?
Never
Yeah.
to trade with Kyle, I will give you $35.
Wait. See if you can do that. See if you can offer just give him money.
I can't
Let's see
type.
if the system
The-
will allow
The
it.
keyboard is in the other room. I can't type. But
Oh, okay.
God damn it.
Will it let you
it's-
at
yeah,
least see
that's-
if you get to a field where you can submit it? Can you submit
yeah, I mean, let me.
money?
I can. Oops.
Wait,
Propose
Don
a
has so
trade.
much money. Don should offer gold.
Don should obviously be offering gold too. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like Jones is in
holding
his.
on to what I have.
Well, because
One space left.
really,
That's something
this is going to
I'm
come
gonna
down to
walk away
Jones
from
and
this
Don.
thing with some cash in my pocket at least.
There we go. Here we go. Here
Yeah.
we go. Trade must involve at least one game.
Dang
Fuck!
it!
It has to be at least one
That's
game.
fair. That's fair.
Dang.
Is it just how you can like get like WoW Gold and like Final Fantasy Guild like online if you pay like $50 you can get some
Oh, yeah.
player will give it to you in game. Is there
Yeah.
a way to like buy Fantasy Critic dollars? Like is there
That would make this a little
Can
too
I, like-
corrupt.
To buy back in.
No.
Jones,
No.
the
I
way
mean, I
you
might
buy
be able
back
to
in
just give you
is
money.
accept the offer, dude.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like Kyle and I can text 2 random games, but then like on the side, it's just like
Yeah,
$40,
send you a
40
send you a
actual
Best Buy
US
card.
dollars.
The
Kyle.
actual
And then
If
we have
US
it's
dollars.
a gift card, it's legal.
No, Jones,
$10
that happens in
Starbucks
fantasy
gift card.
football. It happens,
And then-
dude.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
just send him
And
some
like
gift
it's
cards to the
super
Olive
against the
Garden.
rules.
I mean,
you know what
Jones,
this
I
reminds
could
me
trade
of?
you a game. Like, I'll trade you something for.
Well, you have to
something.
receive a game. You have to receive
No, I
a
know.
game.
Yeah,
Right.
we would have to trade games.
Jonesy, you want Mortal Kombat?
This reminds me of Monopoly.
Whoa.
This is like having Park
Yeah.
Place,
I want to mute Kyle. How do we do
and
that?
your sibling has Boardwalk, and like you care and they don't, like or like you're not that concerned about it, but they're just adamant, and you can
Is
see
the
the terror
implication
in
there
their
that
eyes.
you don't care about this?
No, that you don't care about the trade. You're like, I care about winning Monopoly, but I don't think I need to do this, or I don't, I can still have a fun time playing Monopoly. And being the rookie, I have way more fun having both Isla and Bossman outside of the meeting today just message me like, okay, here's what's going on, just so you know. And it's like,
you're a valuable asset, Jones.
The stakes are high. That's why I spent so much money on Mario. That's my question
of the rules.
What were other bids of Mario and how much were those? Because I put everything.
I bid on Mario.
I think she did like $7. You could have had it for wage.
I didn't know how nuts you all are, and so these are the things I'm learning as a first year. Is like, oh, okay, like that.
The first year,
because
Jones is a first year.
People tend to bid like $1 off of like the typical stuff. So it's like if you think someone might bid 5, you'll bid 6. If you think someone might bid 10,
7.
you bid 11 or 12. Yeah. Like you do an odd number so that you try to just edge people out, but you while spending as little money as you can.
It might be fun, Isla, because this is our half-year check-in to go and see like what people did bid on throughout the year so far.
Let's see
and how
I
much
can
they
do
bid.
that.
Should be like league history, right?
Yeah.
League history. And Jones, I sent you a new offer. Check it out. Maybe send a counter offer.
Negotiations continue.
Can you tell us what the offer is, Jones?
Of course. Why am I not seeing that?
So yeah,
public
I
actions
bid
on the side,
$6. I bid $6.
Click on active
$6.
active trades.
I don't see active trades. It's not a menu that's popped up for some reason.
It should be under player actions.
I see it.
Public
I see
actions.
Kyle receives Super Mario RPG Remake, and Jones receives Mortal Kombat 1 and $20.
This is a good trade.
That's a little more. Message from Buzz Chemicals. Think about this.
That's the most fair trade he's proposed. I propose that you shouldn't trade with Bossman.
Yeah,
but I mean, clearly not trading with Bossman is way more fun. Like,
yeah.
I hope I get like 20 offers from Kyle before this year is out. And I just say no to
the amount of money and the number of games just goes up and up and up.
Yeah,
because that's the thing. Like that. Like I'm a collector. It's like just having Marvel and Disney. And like a Final Fantasy game, it's like, this makes me happy. Bummer about Suicide Squad. I think that was a dumb pick. I shouldn't have wasted my second pick.
Got locked in.
Thanks, Jones.
That was Rocksteady. That was Rocksteady love, and I understand it.
My second pick, I just wanted to look cool, and it didn't work out.
That really helped me out, Jones. Thank you.
I can't possibly think of a game of any offer that you would. I mean, just $20 would put me down to $4. So what do you do with $4, Kyle? If you give me $20,
I have to pick up the remaining games for $1.
Jones, it's really important to have
but you
boundaries.
don't have any remaining. Like this is
And
the
I
other
think-
thing that this is
right.
the other thing to consider, Jones, is that money is now meaningless to all of us except for you and maybe Gabby. Yeah. So we could offer you all of our money and it wouldn't make a difference, basically.
Right. Well, that's the other thing is there's only one game that is being rumored right now that I would pounce on if it came out, and that's Red Dead Redemption Remaster, which
we
just
can't do that one.
Just got some buzz recently.
Yeah, wouldn't be eligible.
Then forget it.
for
Yeah,
This
right.
is first year talk. You can't pick up a remaster.
But I mean,
that was the other
Jones,
thing too. Is I was like, if all of this goes through, I'm like, I can't think of what else I would do. Maybe
Jones,
September's the end for announcing a game that actually comes out this year.
Yeah. In your defense, though, Jones, honestly, I think your team is very solid. Spider-Man is a 90, I think, guaranteed. Starfield, unless buggy, probably going to hit 80s. Super Mario Remake, or Super Mario RPG Remake, similar, I think, easy 86. Super Mario Wonder, again, 86, 89, 90.
Potentially a 91,
Island,
yeah.
Yeah, potentially 91. Disney Illusion Island, I think, easy 80s. The Final Fantasy IX remake does exist, so if that comes out this year, that's huge for you. You're going to lose points on Alan Wake 2, I think, but probably...
That was a rude counter pick.
Probably,
I don't know. I just think because
on the counter pick,
unknown at the time, and so
you thought it wasn't going to hit this year. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah,
I think it'll be a high 7s though, so I think you'll only lose 10 points. I don't think you have enough to win, but I think that you'll have good points here.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. An empty counter pick slot is minus 15 points.
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
so
to fill in your counter.
counterpick.
So you do at least need $2, Jones.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you wanted
Can
some
you
$2
counterpick?
offers, I could send those over too.
Can you counterpick for free?
Here's the thing.
You can't counterpick for free anymore. We added that this year.
Oh,
But you can do it for $1.
Yeah.
But Jones, what you could do is pick up like a random kind of crappy game for $1 that no one else is gonna pick, and
has
then
zero
trade
money.
that. Oh,
You've got $0.
He has literally $0. Can I give
And
him
somehow,
$2?
and somehow he's in the power to negotiate. Yeah, this is crazy.
yeah. I'm trying to see if I
Who
can just
knew?
give him $2.
Here's what
is
I
there a
honestly think is
charity
happening
button?
here.
Where's the charity button?
Yeah.
I think Jones is
Sponsor.
confident he's going to beat Don.
you're
That's
listening- if you're
honestly
watching the
think what's
show-
happening here.
Give Jones a few dollars.
Jones, do you remember what
In
happens
the
if you lose?
arms of.
What happens if I lose?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, because right now, Jones, if you don't have any money,
Yeah.
and all these which is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. But like, say all of the games come out and get exact 70s, like SpongeBob, and get 0 points. You will
Right.
have $4 because you'll lose 15. That isn't going to happen. So you're probably going to end up right now, if you lost 30, with 40 or 50 points in the end of the, which currently is beating Dawn. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just consider my offers, Jones. Just think about them is all I ask.
I'll try to make
All
you
right.
some offers too, Jones. I'll try to send you some trades too.
So fun.
Yeah.
I really,
Because here's the
Like-
thing, Jones. Imagine you don't give Kyle any games, and then he doesn't win the league. Isn't that going to feel really good?
Yeah.
just say it one more time.
Like, okay, it's December. You're looking at the Fantasy Critic page for the first time since July.
I got 4
And-
new offers from Kyle like that.
Yeah.
night. It's like,
And, January 1st rolls around, you get a notification, this is who won your league, and it's not Kyle.
Yeah. Like, speaking as the person who's
boy
never
can dream.
lost this, the only thing that will feel like a loss is if Kyle wins. I'm fine with anybody else beating me.
We have to band together.
Yeah.
Sorry,
This is
before we
now
go
a
on,
team
though,
sport.
Jones, do you remember what happens if you lose?
I don't.
You have to stream your worst scoring game dressed up as a character from the worst scoring game.
Speaking
of all
of
the
which, we're
games
still
I've
waiting.
reviewed. Oh no.
No, on
Yeah.
your team. All the games
On your team. On your team.
Oh.
So for you, that would be a SpongeBob cosplay.
SpongeBob. You would have to cosplay as a SpongeBob character.
Jones is hoping he loses now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or wait,
Whereas-
it could also be Suicide Squad.
I guess since it's a no-show and he's locked
on his
into it,
team.
it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets
You're big.
canceled, and I'm like, yes.
Oh, right.
Dodged a bullet there.
We still
That's
need
fantastic.
Don's high effort. Oh, and it's a high effort cosplay. We still need Don's high effort cosplay.
If it wasn't for the high effort
Saints Row.
cosplay little asterisks there, you would have gotten this a long time ago. This gameplay, the costumes on back order, yeah.
Look me in the eyes and tell me you've looked at a character from Saints Row.
Yes, in fact, just the other day I went on there to make sure I had the game. I have the game. I saw the splash screen. There was someone there. I'm pretty
Dodging
sure.
the question. Dodging
True.
the question.
It's true. He looked at it, and there was a person there.
I guess he accidentally saw a character while seeing if he
From
had
Saints
the
Row.
game. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't need to be a specific character, does it?
I feel like if you're doing like I'm cosplaying as a created character, that would count as
Yeah.
low effort unless you're going all in.
Yeah. For Saints Row, it's a little weird because the characters are just like, I don't know, people.
I didn't
but
realize that.
Human
Okay.
beings, yeah.
We'll see. We'll get there. It'll happen. We'll make him do it.
Yeah, I've never
Here's the thing.
welched on a bet.
You went
wait, this isn't a
all
bet.
in on Balan last year. Like you went all
Yeah.
you did it, man. You did the costume.
You Balan one
That's
of
the-
those.
that's
Yeah,
the
I'll
level
pay-
people
I'll
are
pay it off,
expecting,
you're right.
you know?
Yeah, that's
Balan?
the thing.
Yeah.
Balan? What is it?
I don't know. That's the guy in prison, right?
Yuji
Should be.
Naka, right?
Yuji Naka is
Yeah.
That's the guy.
I would accept a Yuji Naka in prison cosplay.
A Yuji Naka prison jumpsuit cosplay.
Playing Saints Row from jail. Like bars in front of the camera.
A suit and some bars.
All right. So that's Jones's team. Moving on. Everybody good to move on?
Yeah, I got a feeling Jones is not going to accept any offer.
What clued you
stay
in?
Stay tuned. After the new year in 2024, we'll do our next check-in, and we will see if Jones accepted any trades. It's going to be a battlefield, I think. I sense that Jones will be receiving trade offers over the next few months. All right,
but I learned a lot. Like while I'm enjoying, and I've no regrets really. If I had found myself going back in time, I totally would have played this differently. Like I definitely would have done stuff differently. I just didn't understand.
Well,
that's first year stuff.
I've had a lot of questions answered these last 6 months.
Yeah.
So.
It's important that you learn something, Jones. I'm glad you got something out of this process.
Character
Talk
growth.
about Redfall.
Love it. Oh boy. Yeah, so Rossman,
I forgot.
One of the lowest scoring games in League history. Redfall. Yeah.
Almost as bad as Balan Wonderworld. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how bad was Balan Wonderworld?
I think it hit
negative 13.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I don't
because it had like a well, and that came out after they changed the rules to like screw you over less if things are getting threes, right? Like they changed the math. Because the first 2 or 3 years that we did this, it was just raw math. So if you got a game that was a 2, you would have lost crazy points, and then they weighted it differently. So it was fair. So yeah, I think it was teens. We'd have to go back and look, but yeah, Redfall.
Have the data. Negative 15.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
So I mean, pretty close to a Balan-like disaster.
Yeah.
A Balan-like disaster.
This is what, like anytime you bet on Xbox, you're gonna get fucked. That's my mistake.
You heard it here first, people. Yeah.
Honestly, Redfall might be worse than Balan Wonderworld. Yeah. So otherwise, though,
so Capcom, can you explain that? I only need somebody to explain why Street Fighter 6 is a 23. When I thought every time you're above a 90, you get double points.
I think because you.
Like look right above it. Look at RE4 Remake.
Shouldn't that be a 24?
I'll need somebody in the comments.
It may be like in the decimal points. If it's below 0.5,
they might round up or round down. All right, I'll accept it. But Capcom made me a lot of points this year. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
My God, I mean, like that's what I was going to start with here. Is like Resident Evil Remake and Street Fighter. Some of the highest scoring. I think Elden Ring was higher than this, but like these are some of the highest scoring games we've seen. So you have quite the spread. You have the second lowest scoring game in League history and two of the highest.
Yeah.
Not the highest, but like among the highest in League history. Yeah. So this team is terrifying. If Silk Song comes out, that's easy 90s.
It might be
Forza
game.
Yeah, Forza Motorsport, I think easy 90s. Fires of Rubicon, I think probably high 80s, easy 90s, maybe.
Yeah.
Wolong hit about a little higher than I expected, actually. Call the Mountain sounds about right. Redfall, we talked about. SteamWorld Build, I played a demo and I liked it. I want to see more from that.
Oh no, you're talking 70s. That sounds like a 70s.
Yeah, I think 78, maybe 80. But I love that team. I love those games. So I'm actually hopeful that the real release is more solid. I think there were just some problems with like tutorial stuff and things they could easily iron out. So I think Mortal
Ask
Kombat's
John why
a safe
Mortal
bet.
Kombat 1 isn't on his team.
Yeah, why didn't you pick this up?
It was one of a series of games that were just, snatched out from under my grasp right before.
So what happened was
the draft process this year was one of the most brutal drafts I've ever been. The most brutal draft I've ever been through. I mean, there's no question.
This wasn't the draft. This was Zaslav leaking it in a meeting. They had an earnings meeting, and he's like, and Mortal Kombat 12 is coming out later this year, highly anticipated. And then at that point, they added it to...
Oh, okay.
No. They added it to Fantasy Critic after he admitted the game exists. So I got it for $1.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, my hands were already locked up on this, Kyle. By the time this information
your team
came
was
out,
full.
right?
By yourself.
Yeah.
You did this
absolutely.
to yourself.
Hey, I accept full responsibility. What can I say?
Yeah.
I made some back picks. We were under.
You could have had KI.
What I understand.
We'll get there.
MK.
We'll get there.
Yeah, so I missed out on MK. There's a lot of ones I missed out on this way. I've been salivating all year, Kyle, wishing I could get involved in this tournament I'm a part of, but I simply can't. There's nothing to do.
Year one. He's making year one mistakes.
I'm making year one errors.
First year errors.
Gabby and I have been subject to, I think, no less than 3 40-minute long monologues about how Dawn should be allowed to just drop games at will because, quote, wouldn't that be more fun? We'll get there. All right.
Lego 2K Drive also a huge miss. Huge miss.
Shocked. I'm actually surprised by this. I thought that was easy 80s.
Well, Bloodworth went and played it, and he was like, "Oh my god, game of the year!" Like freaking out about it. So we were like, "Oh, it's crazy."
Yeah. Yeah.
Good Bloodworth.
So what happened was, I think it was microtransactions. I feel like Bloodworth didn't smell the microtransactions at that time.
Yeah.
Didn't sniff them out.
Yeah.
Planet of Lana hit slightly higher than I thought it would actually. So that's a pretty good solid pickup. As the creator told us, the creator told us a year or two ago that if you get a 77, that's like the quote unquote average, and like so you consider that like good. So yeah, anything 80s is golden. Yeah,
I'm also surprised. I know we. Oh, sorry.
Talos Principle 2 hurts, man.
Yeah, that was a dirty pickup for Kyle. That was a slimy, dirty pickup.
That's Kyle's traitorous little turncoat chat, feeding him information.
Yeah,
they told me Isla was interested.
Cutting me specifically because they hate me and hate the gays.
No. I already bid on it. All I did was jack up my bid.
What did you pay for it?
You just jacked up.
A lot, way too much. I think it was like 18 I paid for it. I paid way too much.
That's like my only solace that you got kind of fucked on the price, because I think I bid in the teens, like high teens. Yeah. But that one, here's the thing though, Kyle. This game, Talos Principle 2, is either going to only be reviewed, like, this is my deepest strategy for this game. Like, pick PC games that only enthusiasts who love that kind of thing will review, because they will understand it, and it'll get an 87. But if a game is niche and gets too much attention, the widespread review kind of, like, board will lower the average because it's not their cup of tea.
Yeah, you gotta buy the dip.
And I think Talos Principle will be wide. I have the data, actually. I bid $22. Isla, you bid $6.
Whoa!
Oh, wow!
You don't get Talos Principle 2 for $6. That's not right.
Here's the thing. I thought no one else would believe in it. I thought no one else would care.
Gotcha.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but I should have. When I did 6, my heart told me to do more. I never would have done 20. Like that, you would have gotten it anyway, and I would have just wasted money.
So what did you bid first, Kyle, and then raised it?
I think it was like 11. Because just
So
like I was talking about,
me.
I was like, somebody will bid 10, so let me bid 11. You know what I mean? It was that kind of thing.
Which is usually
and then I think that's why it
logic,
went up to 22.
Yeah, so you're like outthinking someone bidding 20 and then bidding 21 to outtink the 20, so you're like 22. My thing with Talos Principle is, I think it'll either hit, like, because to me, Talos 1 was, like, perfect. Like, I think we gave it, like, a 90. I tried to give it a 98, knowing that they would make me do a 92. It's the only game I ever reviewed at Game Trailers. And I think we gave it, like, a 92. I easily think Talos Principle 2 could be an high 80, 90s, or, like, a 70. So, like...
Whoa.
I'm really anxious to see what people think of this game. Yeah. But yeah. Hey, all's fair, man. No hard feelings. Just the day I saw that little name on your team, though, it cut me, dude. It cut me so deep.
I felt bad for you. I was like, no, I know. I didn't even know you bid on it, but I was like, I know I was bummed about that one.
Well, now fair's fair. Like knowing that you bid so high, like you had it fair and square. Like you had it. Like a Dragon, I think is a great pickup. Those usually perform. They're like pretty solid bets, I think. Untitled Donkey Kong platforming game.
The Mountain did that well.
Did that well?
List. Yeah, I thought for some reason, nothing against the team, but I just thought that of things that could potentially go wrong, and a lot of people not reviewing it because it's VR, so you're not going to have like as many outlets that would review another PlayStation exclusive. And so I thought that would skew the numbers a little bit. Some people wouldn't like it, and it would cause more of an effect for it to have it drop. But 10 solid points.
Yeah, definitely. Like we said, like above average, not bad. Donkey Kong would be great. Who knows? Great.
Wonder happened instead.
Oh yeah, good call. Yeah, they wouldn't probably do 2D platformers. Great, like perfect counter pick on SquarePants.
But it didn't earn me anything or Kyle. It's so funny. It just didn't.
Yeah. It did. Yeah. Right. Which is kind of neutralized.
Yeah.
Honestly, like my philosophy with counter picks is I try to counter pick things I think just won't come out because to me that seems like the safest bet.
That's what I'm doing with Space Marine 2, to be clear.
That's what I figured. Yeah, because that game will probably hit 7s, 8s anyway. But
they said this winter.
Yeah. So that could hurt.
Yeah.
That could be an equalizer.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't quite make it this year. I was definitely going out on a limb on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to my team. Zelda, one of the highest scoring games we've ever had. Maybe tied with Elden Ring. I think that got a 96 on here too.
And that was the third pick.
Yeah.
That's a failure for me and Jones.
Oh, yeah, I remember you.
Was that or Spider-Man? I would have picked Spider-Man, no question.
But I remember you guys being kind of cagey about Tears of the Kingdom and being like, "Oh, well, it might not be good."
Yeah,
I
remember
that.
That was a perfect impression. I don't know if you caught it.
That is what you guys said.
That was pretty accurate.
This was before. This was before they had shown, I think, any like significant gameplay. So like people were a little worried. If memory serves, maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah. And then
we didn't know about Ultra Hand yet.
Yeah, we didn't know about it.
That's true.
We were like, how are they going to change everything? And we didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm happy with Jedi Survivor. I think
great pickup.
Great pick.
I recall like letting Jones get Spider-Man so I could take this. Kind of. That
he would have loved
logic.
that in his collection. Yeah,
he would have.
Especially if it earned as well as it did, because I was a little bit scared about how that could potentially perform.
So was I. Yeah.
Even after loving the first one, I was like, who knows? Compared to something like Zelda, where it's like, or even like a Yakuza, where you're like, I think we can. It's very rare that one of those is bad enough to like really piss off like the hardcore fan base. But good pick. In fact, just from a newcomer's perspective, looking at the Critic, the points, and looking at like, those 3 picks going down like they do like in points, and them being 3 of the 5 games you've picked at the beginning of the year, I think that just shows an experienced, better in fantasy league.
Thank you.
You really know what you're doing. Like, the numbers are right there. Look, it's like maybe 3 of your top earners just the numbers do not lie.
I try to pick them in release order too, so that they'll come out. It didn't work this time.
The website might lie every now and then, but the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Engage a little low actually. That game kind of.
I was actually pretty hugely disappointed with this. Like again, above average, so not a bad pickup by any stretch, but like I definitely thought this would be high 8s, easy. Because I loved Three Houses personally. This was like a heart pick and a logic pick because I truly loved Three Houses. Mina the Hollower, I kind of still think won't hit this year, but it just looked solid. I'm
gonna counterpick it after Gamescom.
Yeah, that's a smart.
If they don't have a release date, and like this is your Silk song. It's like if they don't have a release date in late August, time to counterpick it.
Yeah.
Jones, take note, dude. This is how you play the game.
Yeah,
I don't have any money set up to do that next year.
I love that.
It's also worth pointing out too that when Kyle messaged me and was like, yo, specifically, it was after the direct. He was like, just letting you know this is happening. Like, and that was after a couple of moments this year. Like, he didn't say anything after, Summer Game Fest. Like, he didn't, hey, Mortal Kombat just could be able to see that. But, like, the direct dropped, and he was like, ooh, want to reach out to Jones. So I told Kyle how much I was spending, and Kyle was like, thumbs up.
No, you did not. Great. You did not say I'm going to spend all of my money.
I told you I was putting 26 on each, and that only gave me $10 left. So yeah, I spent $10.
No, you put 45 on each.
I did have that much money?
Yeah.
No, he had like $50 left.
I did 20 because I had $50 left. I did 26 because that was over you. I'm like, I'll do 25 or 26 just so.
Oh shit! No, Jones. In fact, he's telling the truth. He says done. $46 on both. I have no idea what I'm doing. So
total. So I did 23. I did $1 under you. I was like, I don't think Kyle's going to spend everything.
Yep. And then he's right. My response was 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, he's good. And then I love comes over later like, you don't have a lot of money, Jones. See, that was a mistake.
Behind the scenes collusion.
Yeah, there's some collusion. See, dirty pool, man. Kyle is getting fixes in, telling Jones to bid on things to spoil us. He doesn't think Jones has a shot. He's just trying to fuck over me.
Yeah, he's trying to help you, Jones.
Nobody else texted me this year. I don't get any Dawn texts.
I texted you.
Collude with Dawn.
I texted you. I said, don't take Kyle straight.
Yes, and I mentioned that earlier. That's what I'm saying. It was just
funny.
Collusion.
We don't want to be condescending, Jones. We don't want to coddle you. If you want to be coddled, we'll text you all year.
I'll tell you,
also,
Gabby,
he only
texted
you because he couldn't take him himself.
Right.
Kyle doesn't deny. I mean, we all know this is dirty.
Yeah, we're all just trying to win. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't fault.
My
Kyle
goal is not for Jones to do well, but for me to win.
Yeah, exactly. Let me be clear. I do not fault Kyle for any of these things.
Yeah.
No, not
also, and I do want Don to lose.
Yes.
I mean, I want Don to lose.
Kyle
that is certainly being colluded upon. That's very clear now. The entire group has been colluding on that.
You are colluding with yourself.
Speaking of collusion, I wasn't going to bring it up, Kyle, but the collusion I've borne witness to, holy smokes, it would bring a tear to your eye. I mean,
what are you talking about?
No, but I'm not going to.
Don's just digging his own grave.
I gotta hear this. I guess when we get to your team, we'll talk about it.
False. He's making this up. Okay. Anyway,
he said it would bring a tear to my eye.
Studio, it is nonstop collusion. That's all. That's all that happens there.
Also, he just thinks that us knowing things about video games is collusion, but that's the entire point of this league, that we all have insider knowledge.
Seeking out and knowing stuff about games far in advance of the rest of the general public. I mean, that's
our job.
Okay,
oh my god!
Well, all right.
I always suspect this of Isla. Isla's got too many friends.
There's a strict agreed upon thing here. None of us are reviewing games, right? That had an important.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Do I know that some of these games are real? Sure. But like,
not real, whether or not they're good or bad in advance.
That is like Huber comes back from a preview event and is like, yo, this is sick. And I'm like, okay, pick up. Like, you could fucking do that. The games I don't act on are like things that are like rumors that I know exist, because I'm like, that could hit this year, that could be shadow dropped, that could be 2 years from now. Who knows? So I don't usually act on that.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not blowing any whistles today. That's all I'll say. I'm not blowing any whistles on anyone.
Oh, good.
Please blow the whistles. It's better for the content. Anyway, Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals I think will be easy 7s or 8s. I don't know. Sea of Stars is an interesting one because like it looks really good, and then somebody messaged me that they like are supporters of Jordan Peterson or something, who I then looked up, and doesn't seem like a great dude. But like, it's against the rules for me to just drop it, so I'm stuck. I don't know.
80s.
Yeah, I'm stuck
with
80.
It.
Yeah,
I don't know.
80 even, that would be my guess.
I mean, also like you getting points from him is not you getting or him getting money from you. So
yeah. I mean, I don't really even know who that is, but like, Kerbal Space Program 2, if comes out, might be cool. Probably won't come out. Might not be good. I don't know. I think I've had Kerbal Space Program in my team like 4 years in a row, and it never comes out.
That's been in development for a long time, so it hurts to bet against it. But if I had a buck or two, I might counterpick Kerbal.
I actually
had a buck or two.
I tried to counterpick Kerbal Space Program, At the beginning of the year, we didn't know it would release in early access, which is why Isla is allowed to have it. But you can't counterpick it now because it is going to. They have announced it will be early access.
Ah.
Well, that feels a little scummy. That feels kind of. I mean, we didn't know.
We didn't know. No, that's how the game works.
I guess, yeah.
Illusion.
We only know what we know. Age of Wonders.
Now, hold on. When you say Sea of Stars are supporters of Jordan Peterson, what does that mean?
Someone just DM'd me that. They said they had quotes from him in the game.
Yeah.
We're all on teams, Kyle. They're saying they're on his
There are
team.
quotes from him in the game?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I heard
someone DM'd me that. I don't even know what this is about. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I don't know anything
I was in
about
trouble, basically. That's what's going on.
Uh-oh.
Just someone DM'd me that, and I was like, okay, that seems shitty. I don't know. Should I cut all this out? I don't know. Am I going to get flack for saying that name? I don't know who that is.
Venn diagram?
He's like a speaker, right? He's like a guy who
dresser.
like. Sorry.
He's a snappy dresser.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sounds like Jones is a supporter.
Uh-oh.
He's one of those guys.
He's one of those
guys that says dudes are super cool on the internet just one too many times.
Oh, he's like an
dudes are
Andrew
cool. He's like,
Tate
no,
guy?
dudes are really cool.
He's like MRA-ish. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a full intellectual, you know, like that. Like he's like on the debate side of the spectrum.
Isn't he also the one who has like
we definitely
Munchausen's by proxy or whatever? Sorry. Sorry.
Just cut.
I mean,
by proxy. Okay, what?
Cut that whole section, but
pull
start
up.
the cut
Pull
right
the plate
before when I was speaking before that.
No,
the whistle
I'm not
blowing.
cutting
Just
out
cut the
any-
whistle
JP
blowing all the way
takes
to there.
1
It's a clean
point
cut.
off of that game's review score. It's very relevant.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Like it could impact my team. Again, I didn't know that when I picked this up.
See, Don, these are the things you might be missing. These are the
I'm
you and
learning.
I might be aware of. We have to know who.
Don is not a first year. He's been in it since we started.
Who was talking about somebody in politics?
Yes.
Because it might come up.
Anyway.
Kerbal Space Program, not a very political game, as far as we know.
As far as we know.
The year's not over.
The Kerbals may have a very advanced and fraught politics system. Age of Wonders 4 was an obvious pickup. A little underperforming, but like whatever. Firmament hurts.
That's one of your that's one of your nasty PCs.
I didn't know Firmament scored that bad. I heard a lot.
What is Firmament? What even is that?
It's the game by the Mist people, which was a full heart pick. Like I knew it would be like sevens probably, because like they don't ever have a lot of money, and like I love that team. I really love the worlds they create. The tech doesn't always hit targets, whatever. Like it looked really, I don't know. It was a heart pick. I figured, but yeah, I think that too many people reviewed it and it got a bad score. Like if only enthusiasts would have reviewed it, I think it would have been like a 74. And I wouldn't have lost points. 66 seems a little harsh, but like it's a 7, yeah. Blasphemous 2 I think is a good pick. Cocoon.
Love the rest of your pickups here.
Yeah, Blasphemous 2 seems like a sure money. Cocoon seems like sure money if it hits. I don't know if we have a date on that. Viewfinder is the one I'm a little worried about. I think this one.
Yeah,
could...
I'm tempted to counter Viewfinder.
Yeah,
are you crazy, dude? Jones, you watched that trailer?
Yeah, there's like a genre of super pretty PC puzzle games that get low scores. You know, like Maquette didn't review well, and I was like, what?
You know what?
Maquette
Great
looks
example.
Beautiful, and it's like, but there's a lot more to a 6 to 8 hour experience than just like how it looks.
Fully, and like that's exactly my worry. Maquette is exactly my worry, and like I didn't play all of Maquette, but like I think the gripe with that was the story was annoying. Like, why does this game have to be about a breakup or whatever? And like from playing the Viewfinder demo, which I played after I took this pick, there's definitely VO, there's definitely characters. I could see that getting in the way. I could see people getting annoyed with the VO giving hints, which it only did for the first few puzzles of the demo. So I think that they will get out of your way, which they have to do in a puzzle game. So yeah, I don't know. Viewfinder could be an 87, could be a 7. Who knows?
Isla, I have another update. Cocoon's locked in September 29th.
Bam!
Locked in.
That's 89 points, baby.
Very nice.
89 score, whatever that translates to in points. Liza P, I think I was real skeptical, and then I played that demo, and I was like, ooh, this is actually pretty good. I could see it.
It's seen good impressions.
Yeah, I could see it overstaying its welcome and getting high 7s. Or if it plays its cards right, lie or die, you know? Who knows? City Skylines 2, I think, is a good pickup.
That's a great pick.
Yeah,
huge pickup. That might be a 90.
Yeah,
that probably will be.
I really believe in it. Astrobot's really fucking me, man. I really thought they'd have one for PSVR 2, and I thought it'd be easy.
That was the play there. Gotcha.
That's probably the smartest pick of the bunch, I think.
PSVR 2 hasn't had shit. It's really weird.
Yeah, PSVR 2 is garbo, dude. I don't know what the deal is. PSVR 2? I mean, it's good. The hardware is good, but it's just like, why is it not backwards compatible?
They're not supporting it.
Whatever.
Weird.
Yeah, nobody's making games for that thing. Tekken 8 I counterpicked just because I thought it wouldn't come out. Untitled Play That Game I will uncounterpick. And Stalker 2 I counterpicked because I thought it wouldn't come out.
And you hate Ukraine.
Definitely not. That is definitely not the case. I just honestly think it won't hit this year.
Yeah, so you want to punish those poor Ukrainian developers for not getting their game done soon enough. No, I get it.
Yeah. I figured they're busy with other
stuff.
They're
going to hear about that. It'll be a cold day.
Why are you doing this to me, Kyle?
Rude. It's so rude. It's a rude counterpick.
That is... I just thought it wouldn't come out. It looks like a really good, complicated game. I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about that. Fuck.
It's a beloved IP.
I know it's a beloved IP. I just don't think it'll hit because they're going to give it the time it needs and let it cook.
They're going to give it the time it needs. Yeah.
Yeah. Geopolitical strife, notwithstanding.
Isla is always saying this. Isla is always saying geopolitical strife notwithstanding. Yeah. Every easy update.
Yeah. Might as well just put it in Latin under the thing instead of everything is made from dreams or whatever. All right, Don, let's get into this.
All right.
So, Don, if you recall, during our last shoot, in the beginning of the year of our Lord 2023, our Lord
I'm so sorry. I just noticed how many games on Don's this are counterpicked.
Yeah. We'll get into that. So Don, if the viewer recalls, Don locked in his entire roster during our original shoot. So within the 60 minutes that we were originally shooting, Don picked all of his games and left himself $51.
Hey, that's pretty economical.
It's very. I'm proud of that, at least. But yeah, has not done any counter picks since then. Has not picked a dream game, but has no wiggle room because your team is entirely full.
That's true.
I thought he did pick a dream game and we couldn't enter it in, right?
Yeah, something happened.
Something weird happened.
We got to check the tape.
We got whatever.
Check the tape on that, sure.
But I do recall literally telling you to stop and that it was a bad idea while we were shooting. I was like, Don, don't fill in your whole team. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
You did, huh? We're going to have to check the tape on that one, too.
I can check the tape.
It could be possible. Look, I won't deny it. I was in a very emotional state. As I was alluding to earlier, it was a tough draft for me. Adding in the extra couple players makes a real difference, right? And so I never had the effect of just because the draft is going from one side to the other, and this ping pong effect of like my top 6 picks, 7, 8 picks just getting scratched off people picking them. And so I just sort of like said, I got to take action because I felt like I couldn't take action on so much of my list. And I said, I just have to take action. And for some reason, I took action, right? And looking at my list here, honestly, it wasn't, I was like, wow, I probably made some really bad picks. These aren't terrible picks.
Honestly,
looking at this,
your team is really good.
Yeah, your team is very solid.
However,
like if any of these games come out ever,
it was a foolish thing to do. It was a very foolish thing to do because what happened is I got locked in immediately. Like 2 days later, my thinking at the time was, and it was flawed thinking. Okay, my thinking at the time was that I'm gonna have all these picks. I'm just going to lock them in, so I'm not going to have any empty space, and then I'm going to be wheeling and dealing all year long. I said I'm going to drop some of these games. I'm going to trade some of these games. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. I can just drop them, pick new ones, whatever.
Which
I
you knew was not true.
Well,
we
at the moment,
the drop rules that episode.
That line of
adrenaline rushing,
whatever page of the draconian rules that we're playing under, however many columns down you have to go to find that line. I forgot at the moment.
From what I understand, impenetrable legalese.
From what I understand, Fantasy Critic is pretty open and flexible in how you can play, but that's not the way we're playing. We're playing draconian style, and this was Isla's correct. I made many appeals, 40 minutes plus, well thought out appeals of like, look. Okay, I made a mistake, but look what now is happening. We're in January, whenever the heck this was, and I'm not going to be able to participate in this contest in any way now for the rest of the year. Literally, every single pick won't let me do anything, right?
Which again, I told you at the moment.
And Isla reminded me.
You could drop Black Myth Wukong.
That's true. You can.
No, because he paid money for that. He can't. But like Metal Slug Tactics, if Metal Slug Tactics gets announced for 2024, he could drop that, and then his money would mean something.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever. I made my bet. I have to toss and turn in it all year long as I'm watching all these games come out that I said, dang, I wish I could make a pick on that. I wish I could make a pick on that. Not the case. I locked myself up. Nothing I can do. But I will say, looking back at my list here, whatever, if some of these come out, I might get some points. It's not the end of the world. Who knows what could happen here? I mean, right? I mean, some of these are going to come out at least for sure. But that's what took place.
Pikmin 4, man. Hell yeah.
Pikmin 4. Great one.
I got to say, though,
Assassin's
Kyle,
Creed.
it's funny you bring up Pikmin 4, Kyle, because out of all the games, I said, well, maybe that'll be a big home run for sure. But I got to say, Kyle, I don't know. At the time when I picked Pikmin 4, I think we hadn't really seen the gameplay. And obviously, this is going to be a good game, but this is an 80s-something game. At the time, I think we just saw the screen with the garden, and I saw this was going to be like a visually stunning game, It was going to be like a real step up in that sense, too, like a spectacle kind of thing for if the Switch can do a spectacle. I see you're cracking.
Still on Switch.
I thought Nintendo the Wizards can pull off anything. It might be a small game that looks really great. But anyway, in the end of it, this demo, I don't think it's whatever. I'm sure it's gonna be fun, but it's certainly not visually stunning. So
give us a number. What do you think that's gonna hit?
A Pikmin? I think it might get like an 86 or something. I don't know, 87.
And that's disappointing to you?
Hi.
That's extremely disappointing. I mean, I think we know I need 90s and I need high 90s and I need a lot of them if I'm going to get any traction.
You need any points at all.
Yeah.
An 86 would be dream-like, bro. An 86 would be so good.
For me, it's not that good.
That's 16 points. I mean, currently, you're only scoring
look, an 86 is good, but not for that, because that on my team, Pikmin 4 on my team is one of my absolute superstars. I need it to deliver huge. Gotcha. And so if my main slugger is delivering an 86, I'm in trouble. But
here's the deal, Don. Like I do want to go through your team, because this, I think, is the best team you've ever put together in this league. Like, I think all of these games, if they hit, have good potential. Like Assassin's Creed Mirage is showing very well. Metal Slug Tactics looks really, really good. If it hits this year, I think that'll be easy 80s. Alan Wake 2, Remedy, like, has a patchy review history. Like, they're usually high 7s, 8s.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Alan Wake 2 stands to be maybe their best reviewed game. Pikmin 4, I think, will be, as you said, high 8s, maybe a 9. If Space Marine 2 hits, I think that could be high 7s. Theater Rhythm performed very well for you. Tekken 8, if it hits, guaranteed 8s. And that'll hit me. I will lose points on that. I could lose 15 points on that.
Yeah, that could definitely
I'm also probably going to lose big on Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You counterpicked that. Yeah, that'll be rough.
Because you didn't think it would hit, or what?
Well, no, I just thought their past games have been pretty mid, so I thought it would lose maybe a couple points on it.
Yeah. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, I think, if it hits this year, looks really promising.
Who knows, yeah.
Dragon Quest III HD 2D, I think, is that rumored or is that real?
I don't know what's
going on. They had a trailer, but they have not talked about it since.
Okay, yeah, but could perform well.
I think
Plucky
that's
Squire,
a solid pick.
Yeah, I think it's a great pick.
Plucky
Squire is great. That's a great pick, I think.
So
good. Huge points.
Same with Little Devil Inside. Like, if those hit, I think that, unless we're being lied to by very good trailers, these could both be incredible.
These are all decent-looking picks, for sure.
Gunbrella, I think, high 7s, 8s, easy.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. They're decent picks. Would I have dropped these as soon as things like MK1, Mario Wonder, about 24 other games that were announced this year? Would I have dropped those to pick those instead? 100%. So, like,
sure.
Yeah, whatever. Everything's cool here. It's going to be 80s and stuff, but I don't know if this
Avatar,
is my strongest team.
high 7s, probably.
Avatar was a dream thing for me. I went out on a limb. I'm, not pumped about the first-person aspect of it, honestly. I think makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So
all right, I'll be the one who says I think Avatar will review very well.
I'm tempted to counterpick it. I don't think I will.
Like 86, 87, Kyle. That's not.
How did Far Cry?
That's
6
very
review?
well.
For me, very well is over 90.
I'll check.
Because
Far Cry 6 did okay.
Far Cry 6 did okay. Then Avatar will do a little better than that. Because it's literally Far Cry.
So that's what happened. But it is projecting me yet. So how much is it projecting me to lose by, though? Quite a bit, though,
so
right?
Far Cry 6 was a 76. So it looks like 80 is like the ceiling for Avatar.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think Avatar probably, high 7s.
Yeah, so we're in trouble here. What's going to be the lowest reviewed game?
You're projected to hit 86 points, Kyle.
Yeah, 86.
And
so
Jones with a not full team is projected to beat you with 93.
Right. It's going to be close, Jones.
I actually think that this is wrong. I think that both of you have strong teams and that you both could do higher than that.
It might be kind of close. It might be kind of close. Who knows?
The metrics by which they measure those predictions are simply hype.
Yeah, it's just the
which
hype.
is like
it's just
meaningless.
Like an inverse proportion of the hype. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any other diatribes we want to go on here, Don?
That's it.
You're sparing the audience?
I have my fingers crossed.
You're sparing the audience your very well articulated arguments?
I mean, what's the point?
I was gonna say, like, the tone that Don takes with Isla and I at the office when he's talking about how the league is unfair is very different than what you're hearing right now.
You make hours-long, logical, rational explanations of why you think it's important to do, like, to bet on fun. Say, why can't we even reach out to the other members of this thing to see if maybe fun is a more important thing than following the rules in this case? It was being shut down repeatedly and repeatedally.
You being upset is more fun.
Yeah.
Well, rules are
I only have so much energy. I've got this big lawsuit, I'm bringing, in relation to the betting special. There's only so many hours in the day, Kyle, that I can combat these things and try to bring justice.
Don, I do want to make sure that you do your counter picks. Remember, it's minus 15 points if you don't fill in those slots.
Points.
Okay, I'll start looking at that. Yeah, I got to look at that.
Yeah.
I actually have a conspiracy theory that Don wants to stream a bad game in cosplay.
He clearly doesn't because he hasn't streamed Saints Row yet.
Saints Row there's no Saints Row in sight. Yeah.
Jones
has got SpongeBob, so that's nice. This is something to fall back on just in case.
That's something to fall back on. Right now, you'd be streaming Black Myth Wukong, which is not bad.
I got to start looking at these Saints Row costumes. I didn't realize it needs to be an actual costume from the game.
High effort.
I thought it could just be like inspired by.
High effort.
Okay.
Don, I'm happy. Quoth the bard, hoisted by your own petard. I'm happy to hear you taking some ownership of your choices here.
Yes.
It shows some growth. There's a lot of character growth happening in this check-in episode. Yeah. Jones and Don are growing by bounds, and I just keep saying controversial things.
So I want Don to lose, right? But I want Jones to lose because I don't like how Jones is playing the game right now. He's ready to sit pretty on his $0,
But to me, it's a sweet little, he
said my name again.
Kyle said your name?
Did you hear him? He brought me up.
You're in his head.
So this is for Don really went in. Don filled up a team, you know what I mean? And if that loses to some guy who just fills up half a team with all-stars, it's like that hurts.
I mean, to be fair, I've won maybe twice without full teams.
Starfield.
Yeah, that's true.
Mario games. And some guy.
That is the Isla technique.
There comes a point, I mean, not saying that Jones was doing this, but there comes a point where picking more can only hurt you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I hear you.
Especially at this time of the year, too. Yeah, pretty much, there's not going to be a whole lot of huge surprises, maybe.
Yeah. In my situations, I was already winning, so picking could only literally mathematically hurt me, and everyone else's teams were basically locked, so I elected not to pick more. Jones, a little different this time, but it could pay out.
I have a question. Kyle, did you bid on both Mario games?
I'm out of money, or I'm out of space. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, he's full.
Oh.
It's as Isla said. If I could have bid, I would not have even texted you.
He wouldn't have texted you. Yeah. He only texted you as a spoiler. To us. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, both of you. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. This is the end game for both of you. This is
exactly. Yeah.
You're picking up side quests.
Bosman and I are fully playing manipulation now. Yeah. We're just filling out the world map now. But Don, in all seriousness though, Don, I know that there's some gentle ribbing and there's a lot of teasing, but I honestly do think your team is fantastic, and I think that you do stand a chance.
Well, as the undisputed champion several times over, I take that as a huge compliment. Actually, thank you.
But yeah, don't forget to do your dream game and your counter.
I gotta look at these picks.
All right. Last but not least, mathematically, Gabby. So Diablo 4, dude, great pickup. I was skeptical at the time. I didn't believe in it, and I'm meeting crow on that one. 19 points is phenomenal.
That felt good. Gotta say.
To be that deep in the draft and pick up a game like that. And actually, you did these back to back, right? So you did Dead Space and Diablo back to back. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
2 perfect picks. Yeah, and 89 is, no matter what Don says, those are phenomenal points.
Yeah, right.
Remnant 2, I think, is a solid pick. I think that could be 8s.
If it comes out. But I did something. A lot of the games I first picked aren't on here because they were announced that they weren't coming out. Yeah, and so I dropped them. And I did that on purpose in the first draft because, that's scary. And those are the only games you could drop. So I purposely thank you. Picked ones that I knew if they did come out I would be able to drop.
Baking in some wiggle room for yourself is a good idea, I think, for sure.
Thank you.
Expanse, by all reports, will be good. Hopefully is good. Who knows how that will review because it's coming out episodic. So I
didn't think about that before
I count that.
Yeah.
If it'll give it to you on the first episode or if it'll wait for it all to aggregate, I don't know. Wild Hearts hit about where I think we expected it to.
The most forgotten game release of the year.
Wild Hearts, yeah. I loved it. I played hours and hours and hours and hours of that game until one day I just didn't anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Wild Hearts.
I loved it, though. It's great. Especially for a new entrant in the hunting genre. I thought it was pretty well done. Replaced the little game that disappeared. I don't know if we even saw this at all during SGF.
Yeah.
Maybe PC gaming show?
I forgot about
No, I don't think this showed up at all. Did it?
I'm bummed about this.
I completely forgot about it. Yeah.
So this one, was this a draft? What the hell's going on?
I think it was, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I think.
So if this is
I picked this up late. Well, I don't know.
You might be because Don counterpicked it, which means that it must have happened on day one.
I'm on the first day. Yeah.
That's a good pickup. That's a good counterpick, Don.
So it's locked in.
I'm trying to remember what that game is.
If it's that cool pixel art,
retro futuristic action thriller.
Oh,
yeah.
And it has really good use of foreground, midground, background.
Nervous about that.
Yeah. Parallax.
I think that it probably just won't come out this year. So that's 0s for you and Don, which is probably good.
Bummer.
Untitled Playdead game, you won't be locked in on that because I'll try to whatever. Season hit about where I thought it would.
This one bummed me out. I thought it would be a little bit better.
I thought the game looked phenomenal, but the turmoil with the head of that studio and all the controversy stuff had me smelling a 7. Like a Dragon, I'm a little surprised didn't hit 85, 86, but 81 is still really good.
System Shock, this one I'm gonna go ahead and blame Michael Huber for because I asked him if I should pick it up and he was like, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing game of the year. So
bad collusion.
Yeah.
I would have told you not to pick that one up because the demo did not impress.
I think I picked it up before the demo.
I think it's a good game, but 7-6 seems about right.
I love Huber. I bet he would be bad at this.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Huber, it's not that his head is smaller than his heart, but these emotions wouldn't get past the heart. They would stop at the heart. They would literally just be absorbed into his chest.
I think
his chest would vote for everything.
I believe I also didn't counterpick Redfall because of Huber.
Ooh,
that would have been an amazing counterpick.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't think so. Well, I was going to in the beginning of the year counterpick Redfall because I was like, this looks dicey. And he was like, no, dude, are you serious? Dude, it's going to be the best game of the year.
Arcane.
Yeah.
All you would have to say is Arcane, and I picked it up. Yeah.
The pedigree.
But like, what's so funny about Arcane is like, and I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but their games never. They're not picking up 10s, you know. Like they're always like low 8, high 7. So it's like it's still not like a rock solid. You know,
I feel like Deathloop Island did really well.
That game was not interesting to me, but yeah. Who knows?
It got an 88. You know what I mean?
It reviewed really well.
Yeah. Arcane shit. Arcane shit's just easy money.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a solid bet for sure. Yeah, people are gaga for Deathloop. I forgot about that. Chia, I'm a little surprised got a 77. I mean, that's average. So
Bloodworth. That's Bloodworth's fault.
Blood loved that one.
The Allies just tripping everybody up over game selections.
Yeah, right.
This is funny. Yeah, that's really funny.
Huber and Bloodworth were here. I'd beat the shit out of him.
Beat the shit out of him. I mean, like, these guys make me feel like I'm on crazy pills like half the time with how much they love certain games that I'm just like, this is not fun. But Silent Hill 2 remake, I had been thinking about
I want to counterpick this.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this all year. I don't
There's
think
no way it's good, right?
Bloober has a spotty review record, to say the least. I honestly like this. Honestly, like I don't know what to think of this game. It could either be their first like solid hitting game, or it'll be a 6, and like people will punish it for being a poor remake of a beloved classic. You know,
I could lose big points on that.
Yeah. Like this game, it's a dangerous pick because this game has so much riding on it. Like it has to be amazing to review above an 8. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you convinced me.
But then again, who knows? Like I think solid.
Gabby,
bet
what
for
are you
that
gonna
is
do
like
with
a
these last
72.
2 spots? Yeah.
I'm biding my time. How about none of your business, Kyle?
Ooh.
How much cash? How much cash does Gabby still have?
Like
Gabby
$25 or something.
Okay, so she can make a couple moves.
$27.
27, yeah, more than me.
Nice moves there. $12, $13 picks.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right.
You'll see when I make those moves. You'll see.
All right.
Money moves, dude. And then here's the thing though: the Last of Us multiplayer game is complicated because it should be one of your normal drafts.
So I can explain what happened. Kind of. We talked about this. I don't know if we talked about this in the last time we recorded or in between, but because I think it was called The Last of Us 2 Factions at first was the title of it. And it was like, oh, we're not sure if it's actually factions. So it put it in the unannounced game slot,
right?
Even though it was announced.
Right. But really, this should be one of your drafts.
Yes.
And which means that if it is confirmed to not come out, that means that you would be able to drop it. But the weird thing is I don't know if we can currently counterpick it because I would absolutely counterpick it because there's no chance in hell it's coming out this year.
No. If it's like if you hover over, if you hover it over, it says it can't be counterpicked. Yeah,
right.
Because the delay is in contention.
But like what I'm
even
saying is like,
still, you couldn't counterpick it after it's announced it's not coming out.
Yeah.
But that's my point is I would have counterpicked this 6 months ago.
Before their tweet, is what you're saying.
Because I don't think it would have come out. But like,
let Gabby have this one.
Yeah, that just stems the brakes. Yeah.
Well, no, because 6 months ago we said like, oh yeah, okay, we'll just no one pick or no one counterpick Untitled Playdead game, and we'll act like it's. We said that 6 months ago.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean is I would have, if I could have, I would have counterpicked this and not Playdead game. But I'll undo all that. Whatever. Assassin's Creed Mirage, risky pickup. Probably just counterpicked it because... Oh, yeah, because they haven't been reviewing well. You're right. Suicide Squad, great counterpick. Didn't come out.
Yeah, that one felt good.
Avatar, I think you'll lose like 4 or 5 points on, but not a bad counterpick.
I'm hoping that it's terrible. Because I'm a hater.
It really might be, and it really, really might be.
It really could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Any final words? I have a couple final words. Kyle's chat. I'm just kidding. Don't be mad at me.
Kyle's chat.
They will be.
I mean, whatever. Also, people, the whole Sea of Star things. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me about it. I don't care.
The Fantasy Critic has no bearing on whether that game makes money.
Yeah. Any other final words? Any other damage control that anyone wants to do?
I'm having a great time.
It's good to see you guys.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm surprised by how much Jonesy is keeping up with video games.
Me too. Well, I mean, just news in general. I'm not playing a lot of stuff, but yeah, it'll get worse year after year. I'll definitely be just knowledge-wise not as good.
But it sounds like you're even keeping up on trailers.
Well, I did. I have had a couple mornings where I'll wake up with heart palpitations, just like, oh shit, I gotta check that. Oh my god, like 2 months went by. Like, what happened?
People definitely assumed that you had not looked at this or thought about this at all since January. Like a couple of messages had alluded to that.
Not a ton, but I definitely
keeping an eye on it.
I definitely was thinking about Mario a lot, and then I got that text from Kyle, like,
Good job, Kyle.
It was fun to see that coming. But I'm invested. Don and I are both out on other ends of the spectrum. I'm out of money. He's out of spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, if only there was a way I could float you.
You're out of money. He's out of time.
You're the yin to my yang, Don.
But you can though, Don. Don, you can send some offers.
What do you?
You can.
Yeah, you could trade with Jones. You could wheel and deal. Trade with Jones.
I give $51 for something, Jones. Imagine that kind of money coming your way.
I mean, honestly, I would love for Don and Jones to be trading each other above anybody else.
Don, just promise you save some money for your counter picks. Don't send them the whole 51 because then you'll be in the same position Jones is right now. Yeah. Counter picks cost at least $1.
Those cost, exactly.
I give Don like all my heavy hitters for just weird, like strange picks on his side. I'm just like, kill him, Don.
Balin Wonderworld 2.
Yeah, kill him.
If you want to follow the league, you can just go to the fantasycritic.games thing, and we're listed on the public leagues. So you can follow the league.
Number one, baby.
Number one, baby. Yeah, shout out again, as always, to Fantasy Critic. We love doing this. No matter how it seems. We do love this.
Oh, I love it. I'm excited about all of it.
Any other... Jones, I mean, people haven't seen you in a minute. Any thoughts, life updates, anything you want to say? Or you don't have to, but...
Life's doing great. It's getting warm.
We're
heading into the summer months, but doing great. I took Milo to the pool to go swimming, and the public pool, and he wound up on the news that night. They were like doing a report. They were doing a report of like, ooh, it's really hot today, so you're at the pool, huh? And like,
awesome.
They couldn't resist. They just looked over and saw a 4-year-old and were just like, we have to get that kid on camera. So
they
said, do you like the pool? And he said, I said, I do. And he grabbed the microphone for just a second, and I was like, please give me the outtake on the 11 o'clock news of just the 4-year-old just yoink Mike into the pool. But so
that reminds me of the
kid on the way from my son replacing any sort of social status I had before I retired.
That. Well, that's what we all hope for, right? That our children to better us, right?
Fingers crossed. Certainly to have more dollars in a fantasy league at this point.
Son,
if there's any sort of
your bucks.
If there's any sort of my deathbed, listen to me. I'll never forget my first year. It was rough. John ran out of space. It was a rough year.
I'm setting a very low bar so my children can revel in their successes their entire lives. I want them to be very happy.
So it's
Pop
all
is making the sacrifice.
It's all that you've been sandbagging your entire life.
It's not as easy as it looks.
That your sons can do better. I love that.
Don't look at the fantasy draft, kids. Don't look.
Yeah.
He has this website like parental controlled out of his home. Kyle, anything you want to say to people?
Hey, thank you for watching a video like this. You know what I mean? Where we're bickering over numbers.
Where I don't.
And it is fun. Now's your time. Like, if you want to get involved next year, either find like a Discord where there's a community, or like get your friends. Show them some shit. Like it's fun to play.
The Easy Allies Discord has their own Fantasy Critic.
That's true.
Hell yeah.
$5 a month.
Check out our Discord, patreon.com/easyallies.
it might be worth bringing up on my Discord. We have a toxic league where the goal is to have the least amount of points possible.
That's fun.
That's funny.
And it's very gross.
So is everyone just picking up stuff that won't come out, or like
that has to be
no, because that would break the rules. That would break the game.
Okay.
So if it doesn't come out, you're actually penalized. You're added points if it doesn't come out.
I like this.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
no, like
I didn't know you could do that.
Everybody's
That's really
1-2
cool.
switch was like, I bid a lot of money on that.
Yeah. Where did that end up? I know it's like widely reviled.
I think it's in its 60s right now. I think it wasn't the best pickup, but it was a smart
Who
pickup.
picked up Gollum? Who is that?
Ooh,
Gollum was a
genius.
really strong. In the draft, people wanted Gollum.
So wait, can the scores go negative? Can your actual score be negative?
We had to like break some rules for it to work. Like we had to like add custom rules for it to work. Everything.
Oh,
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought.
Ooh, everybody wants to switch flat 60 right now. Yeah, that's
all right.
minus 10 to my team. That's really good.
Good job. I'm proud of you, Kyle. Good job.
Yeah.
Money in the bank.
Bring some of those into your team here, and that would be great.
Yeah. Hey, I'll trade you those.
Jones, you're gonna treat me as shit, dude. You've made that very clear.
Just because we can still conduct trade negotiations without trade. That's the part, If the moment I accept a trade, you won't negotiate anymore, and then I'll have no contact with Kyle throughout the year.
I will make
This
it
is just.
legal.
I will. I want to. Maybe I'll send you a trade, Kyle. Maybe I'll think of something. Maybe
don't
I'll,
trade with
I'll
Kyle.
counter-trade.
Trade with Don.
Kyle.
I'll
Trade
send
with
Don one
Don.
too. I'll send everyone.
Oh
Just to
boy!
say hi.
All right, things are heating up.
Okay.
Things are heating up.
Yeah.
I'll trade you for Mario Wonder.
Yeah, Mario
Actually-
Wonder or RPG? Which one will review more? I don't know. I could see RPG getting.
RPG. I could see
Yeah.
RPG
I could
is
see
safer.
people going bonkers
Yeah.
for RPG. But then again,
RPG is
Wonder could be
How it could-
revolutionary in some weird way. We don't know. Like,
Yeah.
And just to clarify, Jones was able to pick that because it was unannounced, right? Or was that your
Because
dream
it's
game,
a
or how
full
did that?
remake.
Oh, because it's a full.
Remasters are not eligible, but like
Oh,
full
boy.
remake remakes like Dead Space and
this is
that are eligible.
this is a ground up crazy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, actually,
pick.
this is completely unrelated.
Or
I do
5
have one
consoles
question
later.
before we sign off.
Yeah.
So, Jones, at Summer Game Fest, I had to do like the opening announcements before anything went live about like, here's your fire exits and like, please don't have a drink. And I swore I saw you in the audience smiling at me.
On stage, you came out.
I was on
Hi,
stage,
everybody.
right.
Welcome. Oh, so
Yeah.
much fun.
And I came back to the studio and I was like, yeah, I think Jones was there. And everybody was like, Jones was not at Summer Game Fest, dude. There's no way. Was that smiling face not you?
Dude, this is like single white female, man. This is like I see him in every tree, every cloud
so you
in the
weren't.
sky.
So confirm you weren't there, but I saw your smiling
I
face
was
in the audience.
miles from Summer Game Fest. Yeah, I
That's
was
so
not.
funny, dude. Because I came out
I'm in
there
your
and I was like,
nightmares.
I'm trying to warm up the audience, right? And it's like kind of working, but so like it's not like completely vibing. And then I saw smiling Jones in the crowd, and I'm like, okay, I can do this.
The moment you saw me smiling, you
Wow.
could have known for sure it wasn't.
Yeah.
Just grumpy at Summer Game Fest.
You'll see him in your nightmares. You'll see him in your dreams. Jones has
No,
a red
so
right
that-
hand, Kyle.
I
feel like that's a thing, right?
Hooted and hollered.
If you're ever like, it's like, don't see the audience in their underwear.
Picture Jones
like
in
just
his
imagine,
underwear,
Jones.
imagine a
smiling.
smiling Jones in his underwear. Yeah.
If I had
Yeah.
gone, Kyle, we would have hung out afterwards like we always do.
No, you wouldn't have. Oh, I see. It's a joke. Yeah.
That's the joke.
That's
I would
the
have
joke.
taken
Yeah,
advantage
yeah,
of you being in town. I would have been like, Kyle.
This is, you know what? This is true. I mean, this is like an easy update dish sesh now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Um,
we're just vibing
I mean,
now.
you made it all the way
This
through.
is just for the
Like-
subscribers.
When I said I was
just for
leaving
the
Easy
true
Allies, it's
believers
like,
now.
it's like, Jones, we're going to have a dinner, bro. We're going to like, you and I were going to have a nice dinner. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then I left mid-COVID. Jones and I have still never had that dinner.
Oh, you got to close that loose
Yeah.
string. Tie up that loose string.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you, me, and Jones have had really nice dinners before.
Did you have plans
in
for
SF
where it
and
was
stuff.
going to be?
I had a
Did you have the
seafood dinner with
restaurant? Did you have the
Kyle
restaurant
at PAX
picked out,
one time.
Kyle, or
I think I might have been there
Jones
too.
has higher taste than I have. It would be on Jones to pick the restaurant.
Jones? Where do you think? Any ideas, Jones? Where you guys want to go when you
well,
finally
I would
do
then
this
ask
thing?
my wife to pick a restaurant. That's how that would work.
Look at that.
And you know what?
She-
She would pick a really good restaurant for both of us. I have confidence she would know the right one for any two pairings. Yeah.
I would pick like Shake Shack or something. It would have to be.
There's a Shake Shack going up in Culver City.
Hell yeah, nice. I love Shake Shack.
Big news.
I've eaten it once and it made me really sick.
Yeah.
Give it another shot, please.
You pick burgers like Shake Shack. Bets.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Gabby, Don, and I don't get final words because we live here.
Well, yeah.
Thanks for watching. Don't be mad at us. Everything's fine. It's just a game. Have fun. Do it yourselves. Join our Discord. Follow Jones and Kyle and everybody on whatever still exists by the time you see this. And we will see you again soon. Okay, bye.